A big New England welcome from Portland, Maine. This is good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I've never seen a crowd so fired up, JR. They can't wait to get started, and neither can I.
That makes two of us, King. I don't think Portland's going to know what hit it after tonight. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on Smackdown.
Not on Smackdown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live. And what a slobber knocker of a shot with that sledgehammer.
That'll rearrange your facial features for sure, JR.
Excellent counter. What ring presence.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No, go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
Wow! Listen to these fans!
My God! A thunderous blow from that sledgehammer!
Man, talk about getting hammered!
I've been one of Matt Hardy's biggest supporters since the early days of his career, and it's great to see him in action here tonight.
Yeah, ever since he went to Smackdown, we haven't seen much of Matt Hardy, and you don't hear me complaining. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule?
These fans love confidence in their superstars, and that's just what they're seeing from him here tonight.
Well, he can do this until the cows come home, but that's not going to win him the match.
He's not going to get caught with that one.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that.
Boy, this John Cena is his own biggest fan. How come all of these rappers can't talk about anything except how great they are?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, King. Cena's got some impressive accomplishments. Good grief! I don't care how tough you are. A chair shot is a chair shot.
And you can't take too many of those and expect to continue.
I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant...
Oh, man! Did you hear that chair shot, JR?
I'd be surprised if there was a single person in this arena who didn't, King. He's got his opponent in position. I think he's going for it.
No! It can't be! Not the FU!
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known. There's no room for error when you're on the top rope.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King. What an incredible...
I think he's looking for a weapon, JR. That's a smart move. Any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we'd like to hear.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly...
He's bringing the hammer down, JR.
He sure is. And the longer he holds that sledgehammer, the uglier it's going to get.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they have. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother.
Looks like he's trying for a pin here. 2, 3. I tell you, King,